Game.
Like I said to Martinelli.
Hello, Antonio. Nice to see you again.
Hello, good afternoon.
It's gone through Laporte. Rodri!
Dieser Lewandowski-Auftritt sorgt für Wirbel.
Looks like you lost another one.
Welcome to LesoFootball show, man. For the match reaction between Manchester United and Aston Villa FA Cup. It's Manchester United 1, Aston Villa 0. Poor game, guys. Poor game. Manchester's in trouble, man. Manchester United is in deep trouble. The game was just horrifying. Like, if you're a Man United fan and you've been for a long time, that was the worst game I've ever seen in my entire life, ever. I thought these things would not get this bad, but it's it's ridiculously bad at this point. It's bad, guys. Like, no. Ralf Rangnick, I'm glad that you're gonna be here till May or whatever and be out. Because you should be nowhere near that bench anymore. I said, I'll keep saying whatever I say, and I stay consistent with my views. I'm not like other fan channels where people always just change their views every time, to suit their own agendas. I don't have an agenda. I'm a very objective person. When I look at something, I look at it for what it is. I don't choose sides. I don't do anything, but I'm always sticking to the more logical stand of view. You understand? And right now, this guy, I said, and I'll keep saying it. He keeps persisting with the same formation, playing with no midfielders, leaving us exposed game after game, and somehow he's hoping for a different result and a different performance. You can't get away at this level in this league and against opposition in the English game, at a top flight opposition in the English game. You can't get away without playing midfielders. You can't. This is modern football, guys. This is modern day football. You cannot be playing your 4-2-2-2 formation and hoping that somehow your forwards are gonna, you understand, they're going to make up for the fact that you don't have midfield players on the pitch. Last game, it was McTominay and Matic. The worst midfield combination I've ever seen in my entire life. And I never thought any manager would go as low as to actually field those two as their two midfielders. He went and did that. Even Solskjaer never did that. He went and did that. Now, he's got McTominay and Fred. McFred as the two midfielders. Guys, not even Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will go this bad. And I told you guys I would stay consistent with my views. I will not say Solskjaer was bad. And then the next manager, when he comes in, and he does something significantly worse in fielding a worser team and fielding the worst. This is the worst formation I've ever seen. I'm not gonna lie. This is not this formation. You saw it in the 90s. The last time I saw this kind of formation was in the 90s football, guys. I've never seen a manager play these guys, play this type of formation in modern day football. It's suicide. And tell you what, if this guy don't change his formation, we're screwed for the rest of the season. There's no point. We're screwed. Because you cannot be doing something and you can see that it's not working. Let me tell you something. If you have a formation and you can see that it's every game in, game out, it's very disjointed. It looks disjointed. You always get bullied in midfield. Then you change it immediately as a manager. Because this is lesson number one. If you want to win a football game, this is what they teach you even at the age of 10. I played football since I was 9. I've started playing for a football team since I was 9. This is what they teach you from day one. If you don't win your midfield battle, if you can't dominate your midfield battle, the game is gone. 80 or 90% of the time, you lose the game. And it's factual. Look who's top of the table now in the Premier League. It's the team that dominates most of its games. It's really not that hard to understand, guys. This is football. This is football. Football is a very simple game. And I don't know why these managers make it so hard. Like, I don't get it. Why make this job so hard for yourself? What I saw today was just a reminiscence. This guy, like, he does not learn. He does not learn from his mistakes. We've never had a good game since he's been here. Oh, bingo. Where does the light go? Oh, he's trying different combinations with the same formation. He's trying different combinations with the same formation, hoping for a different outcome, hoping for a different performance. Something's not clicking in this manager's head. Something he and his technical team don't seem to understand. I expected better. I'm sorry. I expected better from a guy who's been managing for 15 plus years. I expected much more better than this. People were saying Solskjaer, the reason why Solskjaer was doing better is because he was a rookie. He wasn't a rookie. He's been coaching for 10 plus years. How is he a rookie manager? In 10 plus years, you should have the experience to be able to know which team to pick. If you have a squad of players that play a certain way and you can see in training, you train these guys. You can see in training matches that you guys organize in training, what are their strengths, what are their weaknesses. You formulate a formation that makes sure that it doesn't expose the weaknesses this team has, but rather it expresses and shows and works towards their strengths. That's what you do as a manager. Like, it's really, guys, this is not philosophy. This is not philosophy. This is not science. This is basic logic. You don't need to build up a formula for this. You don't need to be going on the chalkboard and writing up formulas. Football is a very simple game as much as you allow it to be. Ralf Rangnick is going to struggle. I'm not saying this because I want him to struggle. I want my team playing well. I don't want to come back here and be complaining after we win games. There's no game that he's been in charge where I've been satisfied, where I felt, okay, this is not sustainable, where I felt this is giving me hope for the next upcoming games. We're screwed for the season, guys. If anything goes by in what I've seen in the past 4 games, and history has told me that a manager in his 4 or 5 games cannot see something, he's not going to change it. He's going to stick with it because he thinks he knows what he needs to do. You understand? So we screwed with I don't see any manager playing this 4-2-2-2. I don't know where this manager got this from, where he got this formation from, where he thought this formation was logical in playing, because it's further exposing the weaknesses of the players we have. How can you assemble a formation that exposes the weakness in your team more than its strengths, and you think that it's okay to be filled in this formation with different players week in, week out? I'm telling you now, it is what it is. Manchester is screwed. The technical team isn't helping. I've been out here saying that it's both the players and the coaching. But at the same time, as a manager, you need to be trying to make sure that you minimize weaknesses within your team that you choose. You need to be minimizing your weaknesses. Don't leave your players exposed in games. We see this every game. Let me tell you something. It doesn't matter which team we pick. We're going to struggle because it's the formation. It's the system. Change your system. Change it. Guy, it's that simple. Change your system. Why are these managers so arrogant enough to say, oh, no, people don't know what I'm doing. Whatever I'm doing, it's working. So I'm not going to change what I'm doing. Next game, I'm telling you, we're not winning that game. If he's playing the same formation, we're not winning it. Today, we got away with it. We always get away with it. Even the games when he came in, we got away with it. There's nothing sustainable about this. Let me tell you something. When you see something, it is what it is. Don't let someone say, "Oh no, I'm reacting. Oh, I'm reacting too quickly. Oh, I'm overreaction. I'm overreacting to things the way that it's guys. It's bad. It's in his 5th game. We haven't won a game. We haven't won a game convincing, and he's in his 5th game. I've never seen this in my entire life. Every team that gets a new manager usually has the manager bounce. They usually win. They start having they win games convincing. Look at Chelsea last season. When they got Tuchel, immediately Chelsea just started winning games convincing. They started beating teams. There was no complaints. People are not coming after the game and saying, "Oh, Chelsea, this is worrying what I'm seeing." This is the first time I'm seeing this in my entire life. Ever since I've started watching football, how the hell do you change a manager and you get worse as a team immediately? Because ever since Solskjaer has went, I'm not going to be a hypocrite. I don't want Solskjaer. I didn't want him here. I wanted him out ever since his 1st season. After his 1st season, I wanted him out. Many people only started wanting him out after he lost 5-0 to Liverpool this season. I wanted him out in the 1st season because I could see a pattern repeating itself. I could see that he doesn't listen and he hasn't learned. If you can't learn from your mistakes in few games, you'll never learn from it. That's football. And I've noticed it with every manager. Once they don't learn their mistake in a couple of games, it'll never be rectified. It's always gonna be there. And back to the point. Right now, this guy he's not learning from his mistakes. I know he's gonna be gone in May. Obviously, there's a new manager who's gonna come in and change everything. But for the rest of the season, I think this season is a write-off for Manchester United. I'm sorry to say it. There's no chance in the FA Cup. We got through today. We're going to get knocked out in the next game. We're not getting top 4 playing like this. Unless this guy, somehow, his assistant coaches tell him that this is not working. This formation is not working. Because a blind man can see that this is not working out, guys. You cannot play football without a midfield. Yes, you can play football without a striker. Pep has proven it. Sometimes Klopp has proven it. You can play football with just a false 9. Yes, that's a fact. But a midfield, I've never seen it in my entire life. There's no one who can support this thing of playing football without a midfield. What we're doing is just suicide. And it's going to end badly. I think this guy wants to lose 5-0 or 4-0. Unless we get another drubbing, that's the only way I see us moving away from this sort of formation. It's poor, guys. It's poor. Ralph Rangnick needs to get it together soon. Or, you know what I'm saying? It's going to end very, very much flat in his face. I don't see progression. This team is just as bad as it was in its 1st season under Solskjaer. And I can't be a hypocrite. A lot of people are starting to call Ralph Rangnick out because you can't get dominated by Aston Villa at home and expect us to be happy with that. You can't. In any other day, Aston Villa scores 3 goals or 4 goals. I don't know how many chances they missed. I lost count because I was just pissed off half of the time watching that game. It was ridiculous to watch. I enjoyed watching the AFCON more than I even enjoy watching my own bloody team play. Ridiculous. So, yeah, guys, it is what it is. 1-0 Manchester United. McTominay got the man of the match. He scored the goal as well. The performance was just disgusting. I'm sorry to say. Imagine coming here with a 1-0 win. You've won. You've progressed to the next round. But I still can't find a positive out of it. I still can't find a positive out of it because the next game, I know for a fact, if you play like this, you'll win one game, the next game you'll lose it. It's not consistent because in this game we got away with it. So, man, I'm so tiring. I'm tired. I just want to sleep right now. I just want to catch my head again. Hope you guys enjoyed the show and the analysts behind it, and hope Ralph Rangnick gets over this whatever formation that he's playing in, because it's utterly not working. Change it, my man. Change it if you want things to change. You can't do the same thing and expect different results every time. How the hell do you think like that? You understand? I thought things would be different if he had an assistant manager. It seems even with these assistant managers, things are just the same. The football is the same. Formation is the same. And we're still sitting here. I'm going to be sitting here again after another match reaction saying the exact same thing. You see how crazy you end up going crazy. This is insanity. You end up going like, what are these managers thinking? What are we doing? How are we thinking? What are we trying to do on the training field? Because you're doing the exact same thing over and over again. Where is the accountability? What are we learning? No, guys, like at this level of football, I expect better from these managers. These managers are supposed to be expertise at these things. They spend hours diagnosing problems. They spend hours watching videos. They spend hours with these players. I'm sitting here and I only see these players when they play, but I can already diagnose a problem within this team by just watching 90 minutes of football. No, man. No ways. No ways. You see how unrealistic that sounds, but trust me, this is what's been happening. This is why we get pissed off, because we can't understand how people who are expertise at this, who sit hours and hours and hours in training, not just training, hours in training. In fact, more than hours, it's days upon days upon days in training, days upon days in video analysis, days upon days in, you understand? I'm sitting here and I'm already watching and I can already see a problem within the first few minutes of the game. And I'm wondering what these guys are doing the entire time. So no, I have no excuses. None of these guys have excuses. None of these guys have excuses. If things don't change, it's on the manager, it's on these players as well. So yeah, guys, yeah, that was my match reaction, and let's hope. At the moment, I'm just vibing. I'm just hoping for whatever happens. And yeah, man, the future's not looking good for Manchester United. It's scary times, man. I enjoy the rest of the match.
After 12 years.
Good game, man. A really good game.
Like I said to Martinelli.
Hello, Antonio. Nice to see you again.
Hello, good afternoon.
It's gone through Laporte. Rodri!
Dieser Lewandowski-Auftritt sorgt für Wirbel.
Looks like you lost another one.